Three, two, one, let's do this. All right, my friends. So, hello, Cecilia. Hello, Mayor. Thank you. Hello, Ava. Hello, Vanessa. Hi, Suzanne. So, welcome everybody as you're joining. Thanks for being here. First time on the live. Awesome, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome. I like that. I was going to say something inappropriate. We'll save it for later. Hi, everybody from Belgium. Hello, sweet Sev. I didn't know you lived in Belgium. I thought you lived in France. Ola says, hell yeah, bring it on, bring it, bring it. So we'll probably do a short but sweet little live. So I wanted to talk about a topic that is really rocking, I have lipstick on my teeth, is really rocking my world. And it's called, it's really like, what are you putting on autopilot? So I've been looking at this in my own life is these places where either the people I'm coaching, the people I'm working with, my friends, my family members, my people that I play with on a daily basis, and it's like what have we decided needs to go on autopilot? So it's this idea of when I lose 10 pounds, then I can relax and not judge my body. When I have $100,000 in my bank account, then I can relax about money. Hi, sweet Kimberly. When I have, I don't know, 100 clients, then I can relax. And so we put these caveats into our creations. Hello from Arizona. Hi, Don. Into our creations. And we're like, oh, when I get to this certain place, then I can relax. But it's like anything worth creating is worth living. So why would you want to put it on autopilot? Like, do you really want to do sex on autopilot? I don't think so. Do you really want to put your relationship and your interactions with other people on autopilot? That's called The Truman Show, right? With Jim Carrey, where everything's like this happy-go-lucky. It's called Leave It to Beaver. Hi, sweet Wendy. And so, like, what is it that you've decided needs to go on autopilot? Is it money? Is it your relationships? Is it your physical body? Right? And is it actually true that you want to put it on autopilot, or is something else available? So nothing worth living really truly wants you, because autopilot, it insinuates that you don't have to be present for it anymore. So there's a lot of businesses on the planet that do business on autopilot. So there's a lot of network marketers and a lot of like this reality where they're like, purchase this, and then the autopilot, it goes on and you don't have any interaction ever again with the person or the company or anything. Whereas part of this is, as we are changing on the planet, right? I personally think that as we're moving away from interaction, I think it's time to come together and have more interaction. It just looks different. So what does that look like for you? Like a couple months ago, I started doing videos to people just to say like, hey, I'm thinking of you, and this is in my world about you today, and enjoy. Hope to see you somewhere in the world sometime soon. And that was one of the ways that I could interact and nurture all the relationships in my life. And so just because we're asked to interact in a different way doesn't mean it still can't be personal, doesn't mean it still can't be intimate. I don't know about you, but I don't want any of my intimate relationships to go on autopilot. The gift of my intimate relationships, and I'm talking friendships, relationships, intimate others, right? Like intimacy, it like the gift of intimacy is the presence of what it creates. So have any of you noticed, is there an area of your life that you've been trying to put on autopilot? And if you want to type in the comments, sex, body, relationship, money, what is it that you've been attempting to put on autopilot? Is it working? Would you like a different choice? And my favorite question is, what else is possible? And yes, let's see. Okay, cool. So it's interesting. Nobody wants to say, okay. So we'll just keep talking. And maybe sometimes Facebook takes a while to catch up. So you guys will get it. You'll answer. And then it's just how it goes. And so there is this place where, do you really, yeah, I pilot not to be, not to be tired anymore. Well, Natalie, that's a great thing because it's like, well, what are you actually tired of? Is your body tired? Is your being tired? Are you fighting with yourself? Are you fighting to fit into this reality? Are you fighting against all the judgments you are aware of? Like you want to start asking, right? Because everything that we perceive, so if we're tired, if we're exhausted, if we're frustrated, if we're angry, is an invitation to check in with our awareness. And awareness allows you to discover what's true for you. Now, if you don't want to know what's true for you, guess what? You can put la la la, not knowing what's true for you, on autopilot. And you're like, oh, I don't have to be aware. Well, then the body starts to ache. Or maybe your finances start to take a dive. Or maybe you ignored your awareness in an investment and now the investment's going south. Wow. So Krista says, I feel like I make a choice and then I let it go on autopilot instead of looking at what it is creating. Yeah. And most of us do this. And so, I try to stay in an interesting point of view, but my autopilot kicks in with emotions. Yeah. And your autopilot can also kick in with conclusions, judgments, projections, right? And so I was talking last week with a bunch of people, and we were talking about like requesting of the universe, right? Like a lot of us put, I don't want to say our asks on autopilot, but it's sort of what Krista said is we'll ask something and then we keep asking it as if the universe didn't hear us. And the analogy I gave is, let's say all of us are going to a restaurant, right? And we want to make reservations for, party of whatever. And so we call up and we make a reservation and we say, I would like to have a reservation for 15 people. And the restaurant grows, great. What time? What date? Is there anything special? Are you celebrating? Do you have a special occasion? And you're like, no special occasion. We're celebrating life. We're celebrating living. We're celebrating not being on autopilot, right? And yes, we'd like 3 bottles of champagne and whatever. October 15th at 7:30 p.m. Great. I wouldn't wake up tomorrow and call that restaurant again and say, hi, can I make a reservation for October 15th at 7:30 p.m. for 15 people? They'd say, ma'am, we have you in our system from yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had to call every day until the day of the reservation. We wouldn't do that. That's the silliest thing we've ever heard of, right? But yet every day we say, hey, universe, I'd like more money. And then we wake up the next day and we pretend as if we didn't ask yesterday. So we could say, wow, what do I need to do to energize my ask from yesterday? We go, oh, universe, can I have more money? And then we keep piling on the ask instead of the awareness of what's required to create more money, what's required to receive more money, what's required to be more money, right? So nothing worth having, nothing worth creating, nothing worth living should go on autopilot. That's the quickest, fastest track to not expand your life and living. It's the quickest way to stay in mediocrity. None of you are doing that, are you? No. So, I'm really excited because we have a 30-day class coming up starting October. The official start date is Monday, but we're doing a taster class tomorrow. And it really is about how do we energetically, actively engage with our creations, with our life, with our living, with our body, with our relationships from places no judgment every day to literally be present with our life instead of putting it on autopilot. You know, that's called failed marriages. It's also called failed diets. It's called failed businesses, where you want to put things on autopilot. So, Natalie says, yeah, I know there's a fight inside me. And once I auto-rise myself to be fully myself, I'm not sure that that's the word you wanted to use, but that's what came out. I will not be tired anymore because my soul will be happy and also not thinking too much more. Yeah, so happiness is engaging with the creation of your life, right? Happiness could be being on a beach. Happiness could be getting in a fight with your loved one. Happiness could be, right? There's so many different ways that could be. And so we want to invite you into this 30-day creation. So normally I would do these classes online. We do them over 3 days. Actually, we would do them in person over 3 days. But what we're doing is, instead of putting it on autopilot, over 30 days, an hour a day, little doses of tools, little doses of getting facilitated, little doses of engaging in the presence of creating your life, creating your body, creating your business, creating your classes, creating your energy work, create whatever it is you're creating, whatever it is you'd like to be creating. There's this invitation where nothing that you create needs to go on autopilot. It's actually, you start to realize it's actually fun to be present for it. It's fun to be in the engagement of it, in the presence of it. Imagine going on a date with someone and they're like, yeah, and it's their first date, okay? And like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, what's your favorite color? Oh, blue's my favorite color. And you're like, what the I'm like on a date with someone who's so not present to living, right? Whereas if you're like, all right, universe, I would like a boatload more money than I've ever received before. There's your request. And then you engage every day with, what would I like to create? What would I like to choose? What would I like to energize? Who can I be today to receive boatloads of more money right away? And so there's this interactive and interaction that happens. And so a lot of people have asked me about my classes. We're turning this into a 30-day experience. We're going to use the tools of Access Consciousness. There is a manual included. There are no prerequisites. The only prerequisite is that you come with a willingness to be present for your life, whatever that means to you, in whatever way it means it to you. No sorries, Natalie. Just choice. And so, I will say that the biggest thing that I've realized throughout being a mom, being a single mom, used to be married, being in relationship, being like all these things, being a business owner, is the gift that we have today to be an energy, right? The gift that we have today to be an energy that we've never been before. Because the truth is that consciousness is asking us to change and to be something different. So you're invited. You're invited to come engage. So if you choose the 30 days, it's a new sexy price. It used to be $1,500. It's now under $1,000. The taster is included. And if you're like, yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready to dive all in for 30 days, you're welcome to come tomorrow for a taste. So unfortunately, and maybe it's changed, but as of 5 before I went live, the website is down. It's actually the actual website server and host that we use. I think they're doing maintenance or having technical difficulties. It happened yesterday too. A lot of people went online, back online. So, oh God, sorry. Life is calling, future is calling. So you can go check that out. It might actually be working now. Looks like, nope, it's still up for maintenance, but please check back if you would like to come. You can also go to the No Judgment Diet Facebook page and check it out. You could also go to the Access site, accessconsciousness.com, look at Katherine McIntosh, and you'll be able to find it. But either way, you are invited. Hopefully it'll be back up soon. I want to thank you for being here and just invite you to, where could you begin to be a bit more present in your life, and what would that create for your future? So until then, my friends, happy creating, happy choosing, happy being, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now. It is still under maintenance. I know it will come back. Come back. Don't go away. Love you guys, and see you next time. Thanks for being here. And if this inspired you, leave a comment, share it with a friend, share it on a page, share it with whoever, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, it's being translated French, Spanish, and Hungarian. You're welcome, Natalie.